breakfast, same as usual. A bagel thin, some eggs, egg whites, and a whole avocado. I'm cutting, but I'm still keeping all my fats, because when you cut, if you get to a certain body percentage, just say you're on 9%, 8%, then your testosterone begins to go down. So you gotta keep your fats in, your full eggs, your avocado, your Brazilian nuts right here, if you mention those, just to keep everything in check. But today, we'll be going down to Anytime Fitness. We're gonna be doing a Boulder shoulder workout. My shoulders, I've noticed, are a weak point. It's a weak point that I never noticed before. I've never paid attention to it. And now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in and make them grow. I'm gonna destroy them in the gym. Because my training format recently has changed. Well, what I do, it's so brain dead simple. Honestly, you probably laugh at this. I go to the gym for 2 hours, pick one muscle group, and just annihilate it within that 2 hour time limit. So let's say yesterday, the back was there for 2 hours. My back is killing me today. It's sore, it's good. Soreness is guaranteed growth. So, same thing today, going down to Anytime Fitness in Brentwood. It's a gym owned by the guy at the other gym that I work at. He opened a new branch, and I'm going to check it out. Also recently, I've been looking a lot into attachment styles. Attachment styles is a theory that you form a specific type of attachment that forms the basis of your relationships when you're going forward, with the friendships, romantic relationships, family, etc. There's three main types: anxious, secure, and avoidant. And when I read this book called Attached, that breaks them down. All I did was watch a bunch of podcasts about it. I think it's like 10 hours worth of content about it the past week. And it's super interesting stuff, because I think that correlates into fitness. For example, I think I lean more towards the anxious attachment style. When you're anxious, that's cortisol. Cortisol, no testosterone. Less testosterone, less muscle. Don't know why I did that. But anyways, so if you work on these things, your gains will improve. Plus, you have better mental health, so it's a win-win. So here we are, Anytime Fitness, Brentwood, almost at London Fields there. That's the one that I work at. I travel an hour by train to get here. An hour by train, 20 minutes by bus, and 10 minutes uphill walk in this scorching UK heat. So it would be some fine gym, like gold dumbbells, platinum coated machines, free pre-workout. Speaking of which, today I'll be having the last little bit of my pre-workout. I'm heavily against pre-workout these days. I think you should just take black coffee. But I had it in the house, thought I'd finish it. Philosophy on pre-workout has heavily changed, as did my philosophy with training. The past few months I was training very bro sciencey, like optimal form, 1 to 2 reps shy of failure, blah blah blah, all that stuff, just apart, Mike Israel. Well, that stuff does not work. It truly does not work. I've did it and I've plateaued like crazy. For example, last year I was training with my friend Perry, and we went to failure every single set, destroying our muscles fiber by fiber. And that's what I made the most growth. And I realized it's not about the technique, the form, all that fancy stuff. The only thing that matters in the gym is how hard you train. All that stuff, it plays such a minute role, like less than you can imagine, like 2% difference if you optimize everything else. Like all the gains just come from how hard you train. And look at Arnold, look at Sam Sulek. He goes to failure every single set, and even by steroid user standards, he's still Olympia level, which is mind-boggling. So today I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do my shoulders, press the living shit out of them, 2 hours, and just obliterate them as much as I humanly can. So I actually switched the cable lateral raises to just dumbbells. I don't know why, whenever I do single arm cable raises, I just can't feel it. I just can't feel it, especially my left shoulder. For some reason, the amount of connection in my left shoulder is horrendous. I can barely feel anything activating. On the right shoulder, still good. Left shoulder, for some reason. I think maybe because of my anatomy, because if you can see it, like these two bones, this one sticks out very far out for some reason. God knows why. If I was to analyze my physique with a critical lens, like a bodybuilder's judge, I need to work on just my shoulders really and forearms and traps. Abs are looking, they're okay. They're okay. The only thing about my genetics is that so much of my fat is like in the midsection. So if you were to look just at my shoulders, just chest and shoulders, right, analyze the body fat percentage of those specific muscles. Shoulders and chest are probably like, I kid you not, 6%. Like, look at this. I'm pulling skin. There's nothing here. Like, bro, there's literally nothing. I'm just pulling skin. But here, like, the classic love handles, all of this. But obviously, I get like, it's still healthy, like within the healthy range, but like within the normal range, sorry, but I'm not looking for normal, I'm looking for something beyond that, you know? So we just got home, finished the workout. The gym was pretty good. It was a solid gym. It is a very new building, only built less than a year ago, and all the equipment is very fresh. And for me, I like a gym that's a bit rusty, run down, where like fucking there's dead bodies on the floor, blood stains on the bench. like Muscleworks. Muscleworks is my go-to gym. I just love training in that environment. That was not for everyone, but it is for me. Have something cooking in the oven right now. Cleaned the kitchen when I got here. My thought was a bit of a mess this morning. But recently, for the book study today, my brain just fogged. You ever have after your workouts, your brain capacity just cuts in half? Which is dangerous for me, because I only have like one brain cell. Cut that by half, bro? I'm basically in a disabled hospital. But for the book study today, I've been reading this book called Attached. I'm not that far into it. Like I mentioned the concept Eddie in his video. But I find that I made a lot of progress, not just in the gym, but business-wise, as well as in general, by working on the anxiousness that you have inside of you. Because, so when you have an anxious attachment style, what happens is, your brain is constantly looking for scenarios what might go wrong. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this might go wrong, if I forget this person, I say the wrong thing, blah, blah, blah. You overanalyze all the small things. And these are things that I notice in the back of my mind, and I just find a way to not ignore them, but just like, okay, just thoughts, yeah, just mentally, it's in my head, blah, blah, blah. But I find you have stamina, you have limited energy, because eventually your brain will give out. You only have so much willpower. Think of it like a video game character. You have your MP. The more you resist it, the more that MP will run out. And eventually you're just gonna, not cave in, but get in a mood where you're just like not feeling the flow and need to relax, recover, do something to build that stamina back up. And I thought, why instead of just doing that process over and over again, simply find a way to deal with the root and core causes. So the best way to describe anxious attachment style is a few phrases. A doctor, I'll put his name on screen, I forgot his name, I was watching his YouTube channel a lot over the past week. It says, the best way to describe it is, for order for the anxious person to be okay, you need the other person in the room to be okay, because you were raised in an environment where the primary caretaker was not necessarily always doing the best, or they were just acting anxious around them, or alternatively, they raised that person in a way to believe that they are incompetent and that the world is a scary place. So for example, for me, when I was a child, very often my mother would not let me make my own decisions. And she's a great mother, I love her. Obviously, I'm not saying she's a bad person at all. But because of that, my brain developed the thinking pattern that, okay, you don't trust me to make my own decisions, and you make it sound like the world is this scary place where you gotta be super careful, which in turn develops an anxious pattern of thinking that kind of continue to carry over years and years into the future. And the best way to deal with that is breath work. Breath work has been a game changer, and meditation. Once I did these things consecutively, I already meditated. That's how I was able to have those thoughts just stay in my head, and that's it. Oh, that would be the oven. I was able to have those thoughts stay in my head and not affect my actions to a large degree. But by including breath work as well, something we incorporated over the past week, I've noticed tremendous changes in my behavior. I'm more calm, I'm not speaking as fast, I'm moving with more confidence, and the quality of my workouts increased as well. If you're watching this channel, I'm listening to a gym bro, you just wanna, just lift heavy weights and find a way to lift heavier weights. But I find when you do that, you have so much more mental energy to give towards your workout. More mental energy, like you're working out and you're not having those random thoughts like from your day, from your job, like, oh shit, with that, did I say that right? Oh, I spoke to that person, I said the wrong thing, blah blah blah. Like like all those little micro things that can spiral into something else. You eliminate that and you just work much better in the gym, in your side hustle, whatever it is that you're building. I think I'm gonna make an anxious attachment guide as well. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm a doctor or anything, but I made decent progress on it. So at the very least, let's say there was someone who watches it, who's let's say like 1 or 2 steps behind me in the curing process. If that makes sense. I can at least help them get from point A to point B, even though they might not be able to get them to Z yet, you know what I mean? Like give them a little boost. That's all a very interesting concept. I'm going to continue looking into it. Every person has traits of anxiousness, avoidance, as well as security. No one is purely one thing. You just watch one you resonate, will describe your behavior the most. And the most common mistake I see people do when looking at this sort of stuff is like they begin to make them like personality traits, like, oh, I am avoidant attachment style, therefore I do A, B, and C. Like, bro, it's not a star sign, bro. Like, oh, I'm a Capricorn, therefore I must avoid this. Like, it's just simply a way to categorize certain symptoms you have. That's it. Don't make it like, oh, I am this label. Like when you start putting labels on yourself for any sort of condition, that's when you fucked up. That's when you just went wrong. Oh shit, something's burning. Fuck! It's so good. That's what I thought. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I had a 1 week break just to experiment with a few things and reconsider my content plan. Also, thank you guys so much for 10 volunteers. Also, oh, camera died. Also, I want to say thank you guys for 10,000 views. We're almost at 100 subscribers. If you could sub, that'll be appreciated. Get us to 100 subs. I want to get to 10,000 by end of the year. So that's our goal right now. And again, thank you for showing love. Thank you for liking and commenting, leaving your feedback. There's smoke in the house right now. Nothing's burned. It's all good. But yeah, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. We're back with the content plan this week. It's gonna be bi-daily uploads, as well as they're gonna be a different kind of content. I rethought the plan. I'm gonna execute it a bit differently than the past week to, just grow more, spread the message more, and just make content I enjoy making more. As usual, take it easy.